sea of orange down towards the doghouse as heads go down, gate goes down, and the revs go up. We are racing 85, 10 to 12, and pretty ridiculous hole shot for whoever that kid was.
73 machine, it looked like.
Logan Best with a fantastic start. Holland Russell second. Jeremy Sixich Fapani is third. Drew Adams fourth. Thomas Wood fifth. Hayden Deegan, Enzo Timmerman, Casey Cochran, Dax Bennett, and Jonathan Yelton. So we got some drama now. Hayden Deegan and Dax Bennett, front runners in every moto they have been in. They got some work to do now, and Logan Best can hold you off. That kid is quick.
Yeah, and he knows how to ride defensively, too. That guy uses the smart line, but can use any line on the track as well. Looks like we've already got some change in position right now. Definitely looks like Drew Adams trying to make a move right there. Looks like Fapani was under a little bit of pressure. Looks like he might have lost position.
Deegan going for it. He's got Casey Cochran behind him.
Wow.
Logan Best has already given up the ghost as Drew Adams has made the pass, but for how long? Adams on the 30 machine. And he is trying to control.
Look at that.
Inside line. Adams will have it.
Oh, big mistake right there.
There is Dax Bennett. He is going to be side by side. Look at that. 3 wide with Hayden Deegan. Those are the two big dogs in this one. Dax plays center. Hayden carries the ball most of the time up the court. He's your point guard. Look at that.
Wow.
They know what's at stake here. Side by side, they finished first and second, each of them did. Oh, and the 30 goes down. Adams and Hayden Deegan has to check up, and Dax Bennett goes right by him. And now it's Logan Best who's going to have to deal with Dax Bennett. The buzzing little 85, 10 to 12-year-old riders, Megawatt, they are coming.
Yeah, they are coming, to say the least. And you mentioned 3 wide. I saw 4 wide through the beach here a second ago. Logan Best, no stranger to this position, but holy cow, is he going to have his hands full right now. Daxton Bennett looking all directions, high and low, to make something happen. Of course, Danger Boy coming by. Got one man down in the sand here. That's the 45 machine.
Casey Cochran on the RM Army.
No, that's
to follow right behind with number 38 of Hayden Deegan. He comes past the mechanics area, so Cochran will be fourth. Deegan is third. Bennett is second. Best is your leader. But for how long? They were side by side in that camera shot.
Wow.
Logan Best holding on for dear life. The big number 3 of Dax Bennett coming in.
I tell you, Kevin, I'm just amazed by the cornering speed of these youngsters in all classes. And look at this, inside out, Bennett trying to make the move. He hangs up just a bit. Now goes clear across the Commandments, runs Best off of the track. Best able to come back in before giving up a position. Yep, holy cow. Did not gain a position, so that's as close as it gets. But man, the big thing there took him out of his rhythm.
Yeah, he definitely did. And well, Dax Bennett was totally out of his rhythm because he almost crashed.
Wow.
All the while, here comes Hayden Deegan, and he gets around Logan Best. And Hayden Deegan ready to mount a charge and go after his homie, as he said. Let's bring my homie up here.
Wow.
What a good battle. Dax Bennett coming from 8th place. Made some key passes. Drew Adams went down. Now he inherits the lead. It was written into the will. He inherited it.
He is the beneficiary,
if you will,
not the benefactor of that crash from Drew Adams. But Deegan is going to make him sweat for it. The weather's not necessarily so hot this time, but the pressure is going to be there for sure. Look at Deegan digging hard back there in second. This is going to be a great battle. Best also trying to make a name for himself, staying right there with them. So it's actually Best, the Yamaha man, Blue Crew.
The top Yamaha on the field there. Casey Cochran, the top Suzuki. There's a pair of KTMs at the front of the field. Dax Bennett out of North Carolina, his friend, all the way from California. They were looking at land. Have they bought land yet in North Carolina?
I think they got a setup right nearby.
That's cool.
Yep. There's Logan Best coming through in 3rd. Cochran will come through in 4th. So good to see some depth as far as the equipment here with the KTMs, the Yamaha, and the Suzuki.
Following in a long line of super many riders that KTM have had. Pierce Brown was that guy a few years back. Max Volan is now that guy. Dax Bennett will soon be that guy.
Yeah, I don't know if the homies are going to be able to race each other for long because I think they're destined for different size motorcycles.
Yeah, they're going to jump up in class. Will Bennett, I would imagine.
Yeah, Bennett is huge on that thing now. It's still a pretty good fit for Deegan.
What in the world is that sound?
I don't know. That is the world's, look at the burliest 454 V8 on that school bus.
Those kids almost fell off the back of that trailer. That guy jammed on the gas and almost threw every one of them off the back of that trailer. I think that was somebody's sound system.
Check out the font on the number 4 of Casey Cochran. Is that a familiar number 4? He's running the full-on Ricky Carmichael font on that number 4 Suzuki.
Did he train down there with him at the Go Farm?
Is he part of the deal?
I believe he
Well,
is.
all the Suzuki riders get a chance. That's an RM Army thing. The top contingency getters every year get to get a training camp at the Goat Farm. And I will give you one guess who is usually the top contingency man for the year for Suzuki.
Oh, it's going to be Barry Carson, right?
Bingo.
Barry.
But Casey Cochran, not too shabby either. See him on that yellow number 4, familiar color and number there. But I will also throw a brief shout out to Blake Baggett, who ran number 4 in a Suzuki more recently. But they changed the font a little bit on that Suzuki of his, so it wouldn't be the same as Carmichael's. It looks to me like Cochran's taking the exact same look. No change up front. 1.9 seconds between Deegan in second and Bennick in the lead. Bennick a little bit quicker last time around. Added about a second to his lead. There they are, the 3 and the 38.
Picture perfect cornering for Deegan and Dax Bennick, man. They laid it. That's so tricky to do. Those ruts are so deep. You got that big hook on the end, and they just are smooth with the throttle. That's so hard to do, especially on a track that's been pretty much cut in by 4 strokes to do it on a 2-stroke 85.
Cochran has taken 3rd from Best, so he is in 3rd place now. Best 5th, Jeremy Fapani 5th, Jordan Renfro 6th, Julian Bomer 7th, Holland Russell, Jordan Torres 9th, and Gavin Betts is 10th.
Past the mechanics area there, you're riding furiously. Your kid's not looking at it. They are trying to not crash. That is the goal when you come past there.
Yeah, those braking bumps make it awfully hard to focus on the words of the pit board in that Yamaha mechanics area. Big battle back here, watching a couple of riders going at it. 17, Jordan Renfro.
29, Suzuki ride. That is Julian Balmer.
Down the long short chute, there is not a smooth part.
Oh, you can't. That's the biggest
track.
thing I've heard is I can't really catch my breath. I can't smooth out. I can't take a break anywhere on this racetrack, man.
It's just gotten rough everywhere. And I did it in that previous 450B Limited Moto, which had a great battle. But again, shout out to everyone building this track, Jeff Russell and the crew back there. For a track that's come together so well, again, late in the day. This battle's starting to heat up. Renfro and Bomer, and I think there's Jeremy Fapani in the shot also. Or is that Holland Russell trying to catch a rider right in front of them? Huh. Here it is. It's a 75 coming out of nowhere. Jeremy Fapani and Jordan Renfro. These two have hooked up in a huge battle. The 17 of Renfro taking the spot from Fapani. Fapani trying to fight back. Down on the inside goes the Suzuki man. Boomer, or Baumer. A pair of tabletop jumps. Look at this rider, this trio of riders, and 3 different lines. Bomer picks the inside, and it pays off. Able to get around the 75 of Fapani, and now going after Renfro. Can he get 2 passes in 2 corners? Yes, he can. Side by side, and this time it's Bomer into 4th. Or sorry, that'll be 5th. Logan Best all alone in 4th. Cochran 3rd. Up front, Bennick has stretched it to 3.4 seconds over Deegan. Once again, we got Rodney's phone ringing up here. I've been very curious to what's on the other side of that phone line. What kind of deals are being made? That's a hilarious ringtone. So we're going to keep watching this great battle back here. That's is that Renfro?
Renfro, kudos to your motor, man. Look at those rutted 10 Commandments. Jordan Renfro, it's from Florida. What a battle you are watching.
Dude.
3 wide again. Yet another great moto.
Oh, that's not your phone. What is playing?
So there is the number 75 of Jeremy Fapani. Papani on that Husqvarna, the 29 of Julian Balmer. 17 is Renfro.
So Dax Bennett just making his way across the finish line right now. Hayden Deegan in tow. The gap this time, 3.1 seconds. Looking out there, see that number 4 machine right there. He comes. Part of the RM Army, Casey Cochran now rolling across. And that bronze medal position got a long way to go in this one, though. 10 minutes down, about 9 minutes to go. Daxton Bennett just a bit of a lead, 3.1 seconds, enough to be a little looser on the bike. Got to relax here for the last 9 minutes, and I can tell you, looking at the lap times, 2:03, not going to have much time to take a breath anywhere with the number 38 right behind him on the same lap time.
Yeah, we're halfway home. We got about 9 more minutes to go. And the championship kind of coming into focus for Dax Bennett. He's going to have a 1-1 going into that third and final moto. So Hayden Deegan knows he needs to get up there and challenge. Needs some help. Needs some lap riders.
Absolutely, you know. And when you're Dax Bennett, at that point you let him go. You know what I mean? At that point, let it happen if that's where we get to.
But he's comfortable. Dax Bennett strong out front. That's a look at Hayden Deegan on the 38 KTM right. Setting it into that little right-hander, feet back on the pegs immediately, touches down on the big tabletop, around the big Thor sweeper, and there's Dax just ahead, just barely ahead.
Only a few bike lengths separating these two, Kevin Kelly, and you know as well that we've seen a million times these particular shadows right there. There's been a stack up. There's been a bunch of layovers in this final left-hander down here, right down to the last lap. So a lot happening out here and a lot of time.
That's a great shot of Dax Bennett as he searches for some smooth real estate. There's another one of those little errors. Dax Bennett, a little bit of a dabble there. And Hayden Deegan can see him. He's trying to put together a charge. And there's another one. A big problem there. Bennett now getting a little flustered as he knows Hayden Deegan is right there. He's going to chop that in about half. There's Deegan coming across the stripe to 38. We've got a battle now. Lap number 6 is down to 2 seconds.
Kevin, this is all the elements right here of a championship race, period, in a second moto. So the bottom line is obvious mistakes. Hey, Deegan looks under control. He looks cool and calm. And Bennett knows, Bennett totally knows exactly what's going on. And much like earlier, Gavin Towers not using the same line as a leader, looking anywhere.
Deegan is going at him right now.
That's exactly right.
Riding posture, just sending it off the singles. Hayden Deegan is trying to run down Dax Bennett. You can see the feet flailing in some of the turns, and he knows he's putting pressure on him.
Yeah, getting a little ahead of yourself, not getting that leg up all the way, letting that front end tuck just a bit. You know, lots of things happening, and look at this.
Shifts that line over in about midway through to get to the inside, and Deegan arrives in the same rut right with him.
It's going to be a good one coming down to the end. I'm just adding my 2 cents there, not really worth much.
Nope, it is
throwing that in there.
It's been a good one. It's been a really good one.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one.
Dax Bennett again struggling with those inside ruts, and it looked like Hayden Deegan smashed into that lap rider. Wow. It better be a good one.
Better be a good one, because I just called it. I know. It's going to go the wrong direction.
All right, Dax Bennett has struggled. The pressure now being applied by Hayden Deegan. He is absolutely there. You'll see him in the shot. Take a deep breath, Dax Bennett, if you're going to win this moto. Deegan has to get it, though. He's sitting with a 2, and he needs this one to go in tied.
Look at that corner from Deegan. Laid over, perfect alignment with the rut. He has really got it figured out on these deep rutted corners. Danger Boy is on the loose. He's taken the lead down to virtually nothing now.
Yeah, this is where Dax Bennett started struggling last time around, picking these ruts. Had a little bit of a bobble here. Hayden Deegan saw it, and you could just see him immediately go after him. He is really fantastic in these long rutted turns. Is Hayden Deegan, the kid from California. Look at that, just smooth. The leg goes up, and then it comes down, gets back on the peg. It never drags behind the bike. No white flag yet. We've got about 5 more minutes of racing. Deegan has done it. He's chopped another second. He's down to a second behind Dax Bennett, Jason Wygant.
Past the billboard turn we go. Deep into those ruts. Let's see if it keeps working in the favor of Deegan. Can he keep on closing? It's only 3 or 4 bike lengths now. He goes from outside to inside. Nice line choice.
Great line choices by Deegan. He sends it over that one. He is really good in these ruts. Look at that on the inside, Jason White.
It might be over already,
that was
just like that.
Wow.
Hayden Deegan, Danger Boy, goes from second to first. That was alarming how quickly. We thought it might take a while to find some lines to make the pass. It happened instantly, and just like I said, it was going to be a good one.
Look at the time he has put on him. He has put 2 seconds on him in 2 straightaways. Jump for show, turn for dough, and dude, he did it on that one. Holy cow.
Got some weirdo up here in the tower staring at us, some sort of homeless man.
Wow.
Just wants to use this place as shelter tonight. It's Hayden Deegan.
That's
actually Wes Williams, the old video legend.
Yeah.
Who would have known?
Thought he
just looks like a homeless man.
He heard some minis out there, and he just kind of drifted into the park.
So I love amateur motocross.
Wow, Hayden Deegan is putting on a clinic in rutted turns. Whatever you guys have been doing training-wise, he doesn't spend any particular amount of time at training facilities. He just goes and rides with his dad, and holy cow.
Dude, they had it wired halfway through this moto. Wow, jumping some of those sand rollers.
A wheel tap.
And in the interim, something clearly has gone wrong for Bennick. He has lost the pace. A huge lead for Deegan now over Bennick, who doesn't look nearly as aggressive as he did. It was funny, the first 3 laps of the moto, Bennick was faster. He was pulling away.
He caught him and passed Hayden Deegan. Kawasaki rider is down there. That's the number 76 ride. Hayden Deegan, again, if you want to watch how to corner correctly, gets way up on the front of the bike. The head is quiet. Unbelievable. Just an absolute fantastic lap there. A 2:02 for Deegan, a 2:06 for Bennick, 2:10 for Bennick. Deegan ran back-to-back 2:02s. Bennick with a 2:10. Cochran with a 2:08. Logan Best with a 2:10.
So Deegan now just has to hang on to it. Casey Cochran in third. Logan Best and Julian Baumer won that big battle with Fapani and Renfro to lock down 5th. So once again, we have 2 Suzukis in the top 5. Just seeing little signs here of the RM Army.
There's life. Their pit is substantial now. Do you remember it used to be just Joe in that little 5th row?
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah, that's right.
In fact, they wasn't even there a year or 2 ago. Now they got multiple semis. They are back in full force, and they are paying every class, every position. Did you know that? Even if you're not on their bike. We had Tim Castron on our show. He goes, we will pay your contingency. You get yours from Honda, then we'll pay you, and you can use that towards a purchase of a new Suzuki.
Get out of here.
That's a true story. Every position, all the way to 40th, every class, they'll pay everything, no matter what brand you're on. Suzuki will.
I've never heard of something like that.
Either. They're trying to get you on their new bikes.
RM Army. Yeah. Checking in on Bennick here, the big tall kid on the number 3 out of North Carolina. Got to hang out at his facility. I'd heard a lot about it through the years, but I got to go there a couple times this summer. It's pretty impressive. The tracks are really good, but the race shop is just out of this world. It's as good as any race shop I've ever seen. Got room to pull motorhomes in. They buy and sell motorhomes, not even for racing purposes, just as a business. So really cool to go hang out there, and a lot of pro riders go. And Gavin Graysick and his SOAR Academy operates out of that facility also. So a lot of other riders besides Daxton did their prep for Loretta's at his compound. And he looked good beginning of this moto, but wow, now running 2:10 lap times. Have to find out if something happened. You never know. In one of these ruts, you could have caught an ankle
or something.
Yep. White flag's out. I'm headed down to the podium.
So there's Tony Morris with the white flag. One more to go. I can't wait to hear what Hayden Deegan has to say and how he gets ready for all these rutted corners. Hangs out at Fox Raceway, gets his laps in. Absolute clinic. A championship run. He's going to finish first if he can stay on the bike. He'll go 2-1 into the final moto. Bennick will be 1-2. Another tied up scenario here. And that will be some drama in the third and final moto of the 85 10-12. Hayden Deegan digging deep. I thought it was over. Dax said he is out to about a 3-second lead. It looked like, well, Hayden's going to have to make a push, or he's just giving this championship to Dax Bennick, and he says not so fast.
No, not so fast. As a matter of fact, look at this, still charging through the lap traffic, bringing this thing home, not letting up, trying to keep that pace, trying to keep that rhythm to not make any mistakes. And I believe we already saw the 76 machine off the side of the track as well.
Yes,
the Kawasaki, yep, absolutely. So looking at an absolutely impressive performance here, because with you, I gave this one to Bennick with about 4 laps to go.
Absolutely, I thought it was over. Hayden Deegan. We talked about that whenever a rider gets past. You either get them or you don't. Usually it has to happen quick, and if you wait a few laps like you did and they're out of touch, you lose them in terms of braking, and it's usually over. He was 3 seconds back.
Exactly.
And he reeled him in.
Exactly.
One mistake compounded by another mistake, and then Bennett got flustered, and then Hayden saw that, and he really ramped up the charge.
Outside of affecting Daxton, Hayden was able to see that every time that foot drug behind the bike,
there's new life.
every time he jumped a rut, Deegan said, "I've got him. I'm in his mind." And whatever the case was, it was a result of the pressure, I'm sure.
Well, we're going to be listening to what they have to say here in just a moment.
I can't wait.
Hayden Deegan is on his way to the top step. He is going to be pumped. There's going to be a fist pump in his future. There's a panic rev, another panic rev. Yes, he is stoked on that. Excellent ride for Hayden Deegan. He will motor off to a 13-second win over Dax Bennett. That is a statement ride right there. Again, we don't know what the deal is with Bennett.
Right.
He could be injured. The bike could have let go. Like we found out that Romano lost his brakes yesterday. So
for sure. Outside that big win, Deegan gets a 9.5 on that victory grab. I mean, see the intensity level?
Yeah.
I mean, the vein on the wrist.
Bennett knows he's in it, though. He's got 1-2 scores. Hayden's got 2-1 scores. We're going to have a dogfight tomorrow.
Yeah, clean slate. I can't believe we're getting ready to start third motos tomorrow afternoon. So, or actually tomorrow morning, early in the morning. So we're going to let these guys get set up down there. Weege is going to bring it back to us here in just a minute. So I can't wait to hear Danger Boy's story. Want to know exactly what was going on with the number 3 machine, and a fantastic ride by the number 4 of Casey Cochran.
Yeah, thanks Megawatt and Kevin Kelly. We'll also talk to Logan Best, who grabbed the whole shot of this one, and give him $100 from Bell Helmets to get this Race Tech podium ready. And we'll talk to our gold medalist, Moto winner. That was clutch. He needed it to stay right there in the tie for the title, and he did it with a fantastic second half of that race to track down the leader and get it done. All right, let's make her happen here, Danger Boy. Well, it looked like it was going to be difficult for a little while, but he made the comeback and gets the gold. Let's hear it for Hayden Deegan. Can you figure out what changed there? All of a sudden, you started making up ground and made a pass in a hurry. Was it you, or did Dax slow his pace? What did you see from your perspective?
I have no clue. I just didn't give up, and I just rode my race, and I'm pumped that I was able to pass him and check out.
Man, it had to feel so good, because now going down to Moto 3, you got a real shot at it.
Yeah.
Who do you want to thank?
KT Moore's Brigade, Monster Army, Team Domot, Mom, Dad, and the Lord above keep me safe. Twisted Developments make me the best motos there is. 60, Thor, and everybody else, thank you so much.
There it is, Danger Boys number 1. Let's hear it for Hayden Deegan. Awesome ride for the 38. We'll bring Dax Bennett up here and give him the silver. Thanks, Hayden. We'll bring Daxton Bennett up and get his perspective on it. Had a big lead, not a huge lead, but had opened it up to about 2 seconds. So a great couple of laps early, and then the race changed in a hurry. We'll bring Daxton up. And don't forget Casey Cochran, the Suzuki man, who finished up in third on the number 4. We'll talk to him as well and give the bronze. So we'll bring Daxton up. Just getting the jersey back on. It's all relative here. It's still hot out. It's just way better than it usually is. But these riders definitely got to get rehydrated and cooled off when the motos are over today. So now on the Race Tech podium, we're joined by the silver medalist, and we'll have a rematch with a title on the line in the next moto of this class. Let's come down to the front and hear it for Daxton Bennett. Well, it definitely looked like the moto you wanted early, and then it changed in a hurry. What happened there?
Yeah, I just get tight and just started making mistakes, had some bobbles, and I don't know, I just can't keep it together.
How tough are those ruts, man? They're really bad late in the day and a lot harder than they usually are. Is that a factor?
Yeah, for sure. Just picking the right lines can help a lot through that, and it was deeper yesterday through the ruts, but they're a little bit more hard packed, so you can drive better through them this time. All
right, Daxton, you're still in contention for the title. Who do you want to thank?
Lord Jesus Christ, keep me safe. KTM Orange Brigade, Troy Lee Design, Scott Goggles, Dunlop Tires, Mom, my dad, everyone else, thank you.
All right, let's hear it for Daxton Bennett, silver medalist. And we'll bring up the number 4, who finishes up as number 3 in this moto. Bronze medal for Casey Cochran. Yeah, man, good ride coming through. You had to make a couple passes to get there.
Yeah, I finally got off to a decent start. I've been struggling with starts all weekend. Thanks to Jason Baker for helping me out, and I just got off to a decent start, made a few passes, and got in third and just tried not to get tired.
Who do you want to thank, Casey?
My mom, my dad, the whole XR Suzuki crew, 100%, Fox, Factory Connection, FMF, Red Dog Academy, Tim Ferry, Dunlop, and everybody else. Thank you.
Casey Cochran is your third place finisher in the 85, 10-12. We'll bring Logan Best up if he wants the $100 Bell Helmets Whole Shot Award. Bring him up to this Race Tech podium. So quite a variety of equipment here. We had the 2 KTMs, a Suzuki, and now a Blue Crew member with the Yamaha taking the whole shot. Let's hear it for Logan Best. How'd you rip that start, Logan?
My trainer Brandon just packed an amazing gate, so I was able to get the whole shot and basically pull a Mike Brown whole shot. So
keep it in the Blue Crew family. There you go. And you got the same gear too, so looking good. Who do you want to thank?
My mom and dad, Donnie Luce over at Yamaha Blue Crew, Rusty Reynolds over at Triangle Cycles, JMS, James from JMS actually building my motors. That's actually one of the reasons I got the whole shot. The other James Hansen, the Rockstar rep, he takes pretty good photos. So Dunlop tires hooked up great. FXR 6D, Garnet boots, Asterix, 100%, Moto E, and there's everyone else. Just thank you.
You want to go for a jog with James Hansen? Can you do that? Can you do some distance running?
I can't.
It's not happening. It's not happening. All right, let's hear it for Logan Best. Bell Helmets Whole Shot Award. Good to talk.